Move along here today on the Don't Tell Mama Sports podcast, and we got some best bets section. Now, these aren't prop lines, these aren't player props. These are just guys that we differ on in our rankings. There's a little bit of gap, and we want to individually talk about these players. But just going to bounce around here, Max. Let's start with Deebo Samuel. We got a six spot gap here. You got him at wide receiver 18. I got him at wide receiver 24. So we're going to split the difference there. I don't think he finishes inside the top 21, whereas you do. Give me your case on Deebo Samuel being a top 21 wide receiver this year.
I think, I like to look back when he was being used as a running back, but I don't think they're going to do that anymore. I think finally they're going to try to use him as the wide receiver that he is. And if you watch him play as an actual wide receiver, he's outstanding. He's quick and he can catch it in the backfield and run it, instead of having him rush the ball. Why don't you give him a screen and have him go? Block for him and have him go. He's very fast, okay? Now, I know injuries are against him, okay? That's why I don't have him top 10. I don't have him up there. I have him a little bit lower as well. But I do believe that he is still the number one wide receiver on the 49ers. I think he's the best option out there. That's my take on him. And if you have him in your league, I bet you're pretty happy. Not as a wide receiver 1. I'll tell you right now, I don't think wide receiver 2, I'd be happy.
Maybe. If you watched the Don't Tell Mama Sports podcast last week, the NFC West divisional breakdown, you would have heard me talk about Deebo Samuel as my queef in the division, my bust.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He's going in the middle of the 4th on ESPN. That's way too high for me. That's way too high for me. Max, he's only been top 25 at the wide receiver position once in his career. Top 25 one time in his career. You talk about how he misses games. That's why you don't have him. He's missed 15 games in 4 years. You can pencil him in for 3 or 4 games every year. You said you think he's the number one option. Yeah, he's probably slated on paper to be the number one option. But when you got a full offseason from Christian McCaffrey, who's going to catch maybe 100 balls, you got Brandon Ayuk making a lot of buzz out of training camp, and you got, tight end that we like, George Kittle. He's in there too. And Brock Purdy isn't exactly a guy who's really chucking that thing and throwing 40 times a game.
Probably not, yeah.
So it's a small pie. Deebo, talked about it last week. He only had one top 20 wide receiver finish on a week after Christian McCaffrey was acquired. Only one top 20 finish on a week.
That's a big stat. I didn't know that.
That's I see a career low numbers in rushing for Deebo.
Okay. Rushing, yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Because we got a full season now from CMC, and I drafted Elijah Mitchell. I see him getting worked in too. So no reason to run Deebo. I got Deebo outside the top 21. Max, you got Deebo inside the top 21.
I'm going to toss one more bet. Okay, one more slight little bet here. And this is for everyone that is listening as well. Who's going to have more catches? Deebo Samuel or Christian McCaffrey? What do you think, Kobreezy?
Man, that's what do you think?
I'm kind of leaning Christian McCaffrey. I know I should probably go Deebo since I just hyped him up, but I think Christian McCaffrey's going to have more. So,
yeah, 84 for Christian McCaffrey last year. While Deebo had 56 for Deebo last year.
If he's not hurt,
Christian McCaffrey, number one option there.
We don't have to make a bet. How about for the other fans out there? Leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments if you believe in Deebo this season.